Thank you very much. And a bit apologies on this situation where I'm actually. This is the Council, European Council building in the French delegation meeting facilities, because in 20 minutes time I'll be contributing about the European missions to all the member state representative from and then even in this case listening to what Matthias Petschke said and what the others have already contributed, so let me add a couple of the important issues from the regional perspective, and I link really this strongly now to the European missions, because as everyone knows, so the missions will be a strong, new and vital instrument for the future of Europe. The political decision makers need to get that going actively through and reach the ambitious targets of the missions. And if we take especially the climate adaptation mission, but if as well we take the one on soil, oceans and water, so all are related to the importance of data. And collecting data with the sensors and measuring systems, so satellites, the whole space technology, and the spin-offs are coming out of that, they play a very crucial role. So we need, and to reach the targets of these 5 missions, so in each of those, so we need to really focus strongly on the role of cities and regions with all the stakeholders and citizens, but integrate this to the new developments in science and technology. As commissioners, several have all the time stressed that these missions will be a totally new initiative under the horizon, so it's strongly connected with the technology and research and development and innovation, but it needs to be a bottom-up. So regions and cities, rural and urban areas play a crucial role. And then when we think about this, even if we think about the conference on the future of Europe, and what are the political decision makers and citizens talking in the different both the working groups and general conference, so they all the time tackle or highlight that we need to tackle the burning societal challenges. And on this now, this missions, because now in the EU budget there is 1 billion euros devoted already at this stage for each of those 5 missions, and in addition comes from cohesion funds, from recovery funds, from EIB, and especially from public and private investments a lot. So it's a huge financial initiative as well. And linking that now then to the topic of today, so I want to stress that especially the satellite-based data and services address almost all policy domains, definitely on the Green Deal, and that means as well then on these future missions. As such, space technologies, I know it personally as well. I've been participating in several Copernicus events and with the Parliament, with the Nereos, and as well been familiar with the European Space Agency, including their special work in my own home city, Espoo, the University of Aalto there. So the space technologies, so it's not just those fancy mission satellite, but they can really be on many ways to support the full horizontal wide of the Green Deal. For local and regional authorities, this is especially important in areas where they have competencies such as promoting sustainable mobility or looking for zero pollution, being it soil, water or air. Satellite services can be a critical component in monitoring the success, and that's why we need to do in every region, and in the European scale we should do much more collaboration now with the very specialized companies who develop those systems for reaching the targets of the missions. I've talked several times with, as an example, with the representatives of the Vaisala company, a traditional long-standing, long-term specialized company in Finland on all the sensoring and measuring systems, how on the regional level, how we develop now the use of different technologies to collect, analyze and the data regularly coming from the infrastructure, but as well from soil, air and water, forests included. So this is really crucial. But if we especially look at the climate adaptation mission, so all those disaster related topics, we need the, let's say, the early warning signals, and for that work, so we definitely need the use of all what is already done by you or the representatives of this, let's say, grouping. And in our opinions, Committee of the Region opinion for the missions, we stress heavily that we need to increase our European competitiveness. We need to foster the technological sovereignty in key strategic areas such as artificial intelligence, robotics, cybersecurity, all the data economies, and then you all are key players on that. And then we go to the modern new solutions on the local level. And especially then definitely in this climate adaptation mission, so this disaster risk reduction, all related to that, they are one of the very crucial focus points of that to move ahead and use the different new developments. And then if, let me just conclude that when looking this from the regional perspective, regional policymakers, we are not yet in depth in this, let's say, evidence-informed policy making, and so we need the results. But as I've followed several years on this new developments, what's been done in let's just take examples from Spain and Italy, where a lot regional developers are interlinking satellites and all related technologies to their political decisions making. So we need more this kind of bench learning for the other regions. And we know that in the Baltic states or in Nordic countries, we have a lot of excellent companies, businesses operating together with research centers and universities and producing, but we've not been able to embed all these issues enough to our political decision making. And that is my, let's say, conclusion and address to you, that let's collaborate and find ways how you all can be more influential in implementing the European missions, because they are so crucial for the future of Europe. Thank you very much.